Hi friends. I have a hair, sorry, there's a hair in my lip. Hi friends. So, most of you guys probably know the Catholic Church as the guys that do the exorcism. But what you may not have known is that they're also responsible for the very first zombie story. Bet you didn't. And I know your mind is like so blown right now, but stick with me. You guys know how like in the Omen, Damien is the son of Satan. So this is kind of like that, except opposite. This guy, Jesus, was wandering around being like, oh, like I'm the son of God and all that kind of stuff, right? That basically kind of made like the king super mad. It's one thing being like a long-haired hippie, but when you start collecting disciples, that's another thing. People in charge tend to frown on militias, because violence is like the sole purview of the state, except for when you're me and you're falling in love. Hey, a little handsy. Jesus probably did not wear highlighter because he glowed already. I don't, because I'm not the son of God, so we're gonna use a little highlighter, guys. They ended up crucifying him, which means putting him up on a cross, which really made the vampires sad because they really liked him because he was always trying to get people to drink of his blood, and that's why they still can't look at crosses today. So then, yada yada yada, long story short, they put him in a cave. 3 days later, his boys went to check on him and he wasn't there. So they go home. Then Jesus shows up at one of his friend's house and he's like, there's holes in my hands. You guys, you can like put your hands through them. They're like, oh, I thought you were dead. And he was like, no, I was just reborn. Now eat of my flesh. And they were like, ew, gross. And he was like, no, it's cool. God said you should. So they did. So we have a little surprise visit from the Easter kitty. Oh my gosh. She's being really bad today, you guys. Terrible. Is she mad at me? Basil, come here. Basil. So meanwhile, Mary Magdalene, Jesus' ride or die, showed up at his cave. She bought a bunch of spices. Probably just wanted to make sure that like he had a nice spread. They were Jewish. She got there and she was like, oh my God, where's Jesus? And then so she's like running around yelling at people like, did you take Jesus? Did you take Jesus? Who took Jesus? And Jesus finds her and is all like, Mary. And she's like, oh my God, Jesus, yay. So then she goes to hug him and he's like, no, don't hug me because I have to go back to heaven because I'm a zombie now and I might eat you. But please tell my boys I said what up. And that's the story of zombie Jesus, aka Easter. And you just thought it was about bunnies laying eggs. This has been Sunday Ghoul with a lot of dark tales. Go hunt eggs and don't get eaten by a zombie.